Now we will see how using some basic network elements we can get the lead and lag compensator. First we will start with the lead compensator. You're going to have a resistor and a capacitor in parallel, and there is going to be a resistor here. Okay. So here you are going to give the input and here you are going to take out the output. Okay. So if you take these resistors to be R1, R2 and the capacitor, say the capacitance is C, then what will be the transfer function? This is output by input. So we will take voltages only, Vi, and this is V0. So what will be V0 by Vi according to the voltage division rule? If you take, it is going to be R2 divided by sum of this impedance and this impedance. So what will be R1 parallel to the capacitor? It will be R1 parallel to 1 by SC plus R2. So this, if you simplify, you are going to get R2 into 1 plus SC R1 divided by R2 plus SC R1 into R2 plus R1. Now this you can write as R2 into 1 plus SC R1 divided by R2 plus R1. If you take out common, then what are you going to be left with here? This is going to be 1 plus SC R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So here you have a constant and here you have a pole and a 0. And if you compare with the standard transfer function of the lag lead compensators, 1 plus Ts by 1 plus ATS, this is the standard transfer function, right? So from here you can see that CR1 is equal to T, this is one expression, and AT is equal to CR1 R2 by R1 plus R2. This is going to give you A is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2. From here what you can see, A is greater than 1 or less than 1. It is going to be less than 1 because here R2 is there and in the denominator R2 plus R1. So it will be less than 1, which is what we want in a lead compensator. Now what about the lag compensator? So here you are going to have the resistor here, and at the output you are going to have a resistor and a capacitor in series. Okay. So if you take this as R1, R2 and C, this is the input voltage Vi and output voltage V0. So now what will be the transfer function? This is equal to output voltage divided by input voltage. This is going to be R2 plus 1 by SC divided by R1 plus R2 plus 1 by SC using the voltage division rule. So this, if you simplify, you are going to get 1 plus SC R2 divided by 1 plus SC into R1 plus R2. Now if you compare with the standard transfer function, 1 plus Ts by 1 plus ATS, then what are you going to get? This is the standard transfer function of the lag lead compensator. So from here you are going to get T is equal to CR2. This is the one expression, and AT is equal to C into R1 plus R2. If we substitute the value of T as CR2, this is equal to C into R1 plus R2. So what are you going to get here? A is equal to R1 plus R2 by R2. This is the second expression. Okay. So from here you can see that A is greater than 1 because you have R1 plus R2 divided by R2. So A should be greater than 1. This is what we want in a lag compensator. Now if you combine the two circuits, that means you have the resistor and capacitor here, and here you have resistor and capacitor in series at the output side. This is the input Vi, this is the output V0. So you are combining both the lag and the lead compensator. So then what will you get? You're going to get a lag lead or a lead lag compensator. Okay. So this, whether it will be lead lag or lag lead, it will depend on the values that you take here. Here you have R1, C1, R2 and C2. Okay. So the resultant poles and zeros that you're getting, whichever is more dominant, accordingly it will become the respective compensator.